In the year 2013, a coin was minted that would become more than just a piece of currency. It would go on to symbolize an important moment in American history and eventually become a prized collector's item. This coin, the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter Dollar, holds within it the story of a victory in war, the founding of a national landmark, and the deep appreciation of American heritage. But there's much more to this quarter than meets the eye. Stay with me as we explore the rich history, intricate design, minting process, and the astounding value of this coin, which is now worth an incredible $32,000. Our story begins in the early 19th century. The United States was still in its infancy, and relations with the British were tense. In fact, the War of 1812 had only recently concluded, and one of the significant battles of that war took place at a strategic point in the Great Lakes region. This battle, fought on Lake Erie, would become known as the Battle of Lake Erie. It was a pivotal victory for the United States and played a significant role in securing American control of the Great Lakes. In the aftermath of this battle, a national hero emerged, Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry. He commanded the American fleet that won the battle and ultimately secured U.S. naval supremacy on Lake Erie. His famous message, "We have met the enemy and they are ours," is etched into American history as a symbol of triumph and perseverance. But Perry's victory wasn't just about defeating the British. It was about safeguarding American sovereignty and protecting the young nation from foreign influence. To honor Perry's role in the Battle of Lake Erie and his lasting legacy, Congress authorized the construction of a memorial on the shores of Lake Erie. This monument would serve as a reminder of the sacrifices made during the War of 1812 and the pivotal victory that helped shape the future of the United States. The Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial was dedicated to both Perry's victory and the peace that followed the end of the war. The monument itself is an impressive structure, standing 352 feet tall, and is one of the tallest memorials in the United States. Fast forward nearly 2 centuries, and the U.S. Mint was preparing to release a series of coins to celebrate national parks and historical sites. This series, known as the America the Beautiful Quarters program, was designed to honor the landmarks and memorials that represent America's rich history. The Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial was selected as one of the sites to be featured in this coin series, marking a significant moment in the nation's coinage history. In 2013, the United States Mint issued the Perry's Victory Quarter, the 17th coin in the America the Beautiful Quarter series. The design of the quarter was chosen through a national competition, and the winning design was submitted by artist Don Everhart. What makes this coin so special is not only its historical significance but also its intricate design, which captures the essence of the memorial and its place in American history. The reverse side of the coin showcases an artistic rendering of the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial, with Commodore Perry's flagship, the U.S. brig Niagara, in the foreground. The design beautifully captures the towering structure of the memorial, with Perry's ship sailing past it, symbolizing the historical event that led to the creation of the memorial. Surrounding the image are inscriptions that read Perry's Victory, Ohio, and the year of minting, 2013. The obverse of the coin features the standard image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has appeared on U.S. quarters since 1932. This side of the coin also bears the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the coin's denomination of quarter dollar. While the design is breathtaking, it's not just the aesthetics that make this coin so remarkable. The Perry's Victory Quarter was struck in 90% silver for proof coins and 25% silver for uncirculated versions, making it a bit more valuable than the average quarter. Additionally, it was minted in multiple locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each with its own distinct mint mark. The minting process itself was meticulous, and the U.S. Mint took great care to ensure that each coin captured the historical significance of the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial. Collectors quickly took notice of this coin, appreciating its historical context, detailed design, and the fact that it was part of the prestigious America the Beautiful Quarters program. The Perry's Victory Quarter wasn't just a symbol of the past. It was also a reminder of the value that certain pieces of history hold in the world of numismatics. And over time, that value would grow. What makes this coin particularly valuable is its rarity and the fact that it was only minted for a limited time in 2013. Coins from the America the Beautiful series, especially those minted in lower quantities, tend to appreciate over time. The Perry's Victory Quarter is no exception. As collectors sought to complete their sets of these special quarters, the demand for this particular coin began to rise. But it's not just the collectors who recognize the worth of the Perry's Victory Quarter. Over the years, the coin has gained significant attention from investors and coin enthusiasts alike. The rarity of certain mintages, combined with the historical importance of the memorial it commemorates, has led to a surge in interest. Now, after more than a decade since its release, the Perry's Victory Quarter has become a highly sought-after item in the numismatic world. Coins in excellent condition, especially those that were graded by professional services, can fetch remarkable prices. In fact, one particularly well-preserved Perry's Victory Quarter has been known to sell for as much as $32,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single Perry's Victory Quarter can be worth up to $32,000. The value comes from a combination of factors, including its limited mintage, historical significance, and the sheer rarity of such a well-preserved coin. But don't expect to find this kind of value in just any quarter you come across. The coins that fetch such high prices are often those that have been carefully preserved in pristine condition, typically graded as MS-70 by professional grading services. For those fortunate enough to own a rare, high-quality Perry's Victory Quarter, the reward is substantial. But for most people, the coin's value is just the cherry on top of its rich history and its place in American numismatic heritage. It's a tangible piece of history, one that connects the past to the present and reminds us of the sacrifices made by those who came before us. And so, the story of the 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter continues to unfold. From its historical roots in the War of 1812 to its minting in 2013 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, this coin serves as both a tribute to a great victory and a testament to the enduring appeal of American numismatics. It is a coin that tells a story of heroism, national pride, and the lasting legacy of one of America's most significant battles. As we wrap up this journey through history, it's clear that the Perry's Victory Quarter is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history, a work of art, and, for some lucky collectors, a significant investment. Whether you're an avid coin collector or simply someone with an appreciation for American history, this quarter is undoubtedly a valuable and meaningful artifact. So, next time you happen to find a 2013 Perry's Victory Quarter in your pocket, remember the story it tells. It's not just another coin. It's a symbol of triumph, peace, and the enduring spirit of America. And who knows? You might just have a piece of history worth $32,000 in your hand. In 2005, something remarkable happened in the world of numismatics. The release of the West Virginia State Quarter. As part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, this coin quickly became a symbol of West Virginia's rich history, natural beauty, and its place in the heart of the American experience. But, much like the state it represents, the story behind this quarter is not just one of beauty and pride. It's one of deep historical significance, intricate design, and a remarkable journey through time. Stick around because by the end of this video, we'll reveal the incredible value of this coin, which now stands at an astonishing $44,000. The year is 1863. The United States is in the midst of the Civil War, a time of profound division. As the Union and the Confederacy fought across the country, one state made the bold decision to separate from its southern counterpart, choosing to remain loyal to the Union. That state was Virginia, but a section of Virginia's western lands chose a different path, carving out a new identity and ultimately joining the Union as a separate state, West Virginia. This act of defiance in the face of conflict would go on to shape not just the future of a state, but the future of the entire nation. West Virginia became the 35th state to join the Union on June 20th, 1863, a day now commemorated every year as West Virginia Day. But this wasn't just a political shift. It was also a statement of resilience, unity, and the enduring spirit of the American people. This rich history, the birth of a state out of division, struggle, and a quest for identity, made West Virginia a fascinating subject to feature in the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which sought to celebrate each of the 50 states with a unique coin design. The program, launched in 1999, was a monumental success, with each state's coin reflecting its history, culture, or natural beauty. In 2005, West Virginia's turn arrived, and it was time for the Mint to honor the state's journey to statehood and its place in American history. The design of the West Virginia quarter was chosen through a rigorous selection process. In 2002, the West Virginia State Quarter Commission announced a public competition to select the design that would best represent the state. Ultimately, the winning design was created by John M. Mercanti, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, who worked closely with the State Quarter Commission to ensure that every detail would reflect the state spirit. What emerged was a coin that would not only commemorate the birth of the state but also capture the natural beauty and iconic landmarks that define West Virginia. The reverse side of the West Virginia quarter features a stunning portrayal of the state's famous landscapes. In the foreground, you see the New River Gorge Bridge, one of the most iconic structures in the state, and the longest single-span arch bridge in the Western Hemisphere. The bridge is framed by rugged hills and valleys, a reminder of the state's mountainous terrain, which has been both a challenge and a source of beauty for the people of West Virginia. Above the bridge, the design features a winding river, representing the state's many rivers and streams, which have played a central role in both its settlement and its economic development. The design also includes the phrase "wild and wonderful," the state's official slogan, which speaks to West Virginia's unspoiled natural beauty, its rich wildlife, and its strong sense of pride in its history and culture. Surrounding the central image are the words West Virginia and 1863, marking the state's founding year. This design beautifully captures not only the state's natural splendor but also its resilience, symbolized by the bridge and the river that wind through its mountains. The obverse of the West Virginia quarter features the traditional design of George Washington, created by John Flanagan. This side of the coin is familiar to anyone who has handled a U.S. quarter, and it remains the standard design used on all American quarters since 1932. But while the obverse is unchanged, it is the reverse of the West Virginia quarter that tells the state's unique story. The minting process for this quarter was similar to that of other state quarters in the series. The U.S. Mint struck the coins at several different locations across the country, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. As part of the 50 State Quarters program, the West Virginia quarter was issued in 2005, alongside quarters representing other states such as North Carolina, Louisiana, and Alabama. Collectors were eager to get their hands on the new coins, and the West Virginia quarter was no exception. Given the state's deep sense of pride in its history and culture, it's no surprise that this coin became a favorite among collectors. But, as with any collectible item, the value of the coin would evolve over time, particularly for certain rarer versions of the coin. The standard circulating West Virginia quarter, while still widely available, has seen significant demand from both coin collectors and enthusiasts who want to commemorate the state's history. However, it is the special editions of this coin, those that were struck in limited quantities or minted with specific features, that have garnered the most attention in the numismatic world. In particular, the 2005 West Virginia quarter struck as a proof coin, especially those produced in silver, has proven to be highly sought after. Proof coins are specially made for collectors, and they are struck multiple times with a higher quality finish than regular circulating coins. These coins are typically made in smaller quantities, which is why they are often more valuable. The West Virginia proof quarters were issued with a brilliant, mirror-like finish, which made them stand out even more to collectors. These coins were sold in limited edition sets, adding to their rarity and desirability. Additionally, certain errors and unique minting characteristics have contributed to the growing appeal of the West Virginia quarter. Coins with minor misprints, double die errors, or unusual features can often command much higher prices than their regular counterparts. While most of the coins in circulation are not worth much more than their face value, the rarer editions of the West Virginia quarter are considered prized possessions among coin collectors. Over time, these rarer versions of the West Virginia quarter have been sold at auctions and private sales, where the prices have steadily increased. Some versions of the 2005 West Virginia quarter, especially those with unique characteristics or in flawless condition, have seen their value skyrocket. In fact, one particular coin has sold for as much as $44,000. That's right, $44,000 for a single 2005 West Virginia quarter.so. What makes this coin worth such a staggering amount? It's a combination of factors. First, the rarity of certain mintings is a key component. The limited number of proof coins, especially those struck in silver, means that only a select few will ever be able to own one in pristine condition. Second, the historical significance of the West Virginia quarter, the state's birth during the Civil War, the powerful symbolism of the New River Gorge Bridge, and the state's deep cultural ties to its natural beauty, gives the coin a level of prestige that few others can match. The West Virginia quarter's remarkable design and the story it tells make it a standout coin in the 50-state quarters program. But it's the coin's rarity, its limited mintage, and its connection to American history that truly elevate its value in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a dedicated coin collector or someone simply interested in the incredible potential for profit, the 2005 West Virginia quarter offers a rare glimpse into the world of high-value, historical coins.so. What can you take away from this? If you come across a 2005 West Virginia quarter, don't just toss it aside. Examine it carefully. Look for signs of rarity, proof versions, unique mint errors, and coins in pristine condition. Because you never know. You might just have a coin worth $44,000 in your pocket. And that would be quite a wonderful surprise indeed. In the world of coin collecting, some coins become legends. They transcend their simple purpose as currency and evolve into symbols of history, craftsmanship, and rarity. One such coin is the 1993 USA quarter dollar. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin from the United States Mint. But if you take a closer look, you'll discover that it's much more than that. Today, we're diving into the history, design, and the incredible journey of the 1993 quarter, which, with the right conditions, can now be worth a staggering $96,000. Let's rewind to 1993. It was a year of change in the United States and around the world. The world was adjusting to the post-Cold War era, and the political, cultural, and technological landscapes were evolving rapidly. It was a time when the internet was just beginning to take shape, cell phones were becoming more common, and the first efforts to establish a digital economy were underway. In the midst of all this change, the U.S. Mint continued to strike coins, making sure that the nation's currency remained up to date with the needs of the time. 1993 was a pivotal year for the U.S. Mint, as it marked the 50th anniversary of the issuance of the Roosevelt dime. However, when it came to the quarter dollar, there wasn't much fanfare. The quarter design that year was still the same one that had been in circulation since 1932, the classic image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The Washington quarter, as it had come to be known, had been in circulation for over 6 decades, and it would continue to serve as the face of the U.S. quarter for many years to come. But there's a lot more to the 1993 quarter than meets the eye, and it's the hidden factors, the rarity, and the subtle details that have made this coin a standout in the world of numismatics. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932, was initially designed to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. The design features a profile of Washington, facing left, with the words Liberty and the year 1932 inscribed on the obverse. On the reverse side of the coin, there's an eagle perched atop a branch, surrounded by the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter. This design was created by John Flanagan, and it was meant to serve as a fitting tribute to the first president of the United States. For the most part, this design remained unchanged for decades, but over time, small tweaks and modifications were made to keep the coin in line with the standards of modern coinage. The 1993 quarter was one of these iterations, still featuring Washington's portrait on the obverse and the classic eagle on the reverse, but with certain minting variations that make it special. 1993 was also the year when the United States Mint began experimenting with different finishes and techniques, as well as the first signs of increased interest in the world of coin collecting. This was part of a larger shift in the numismatic world, where coins were no longer viewed just as currency, but as valuable collectibles. This shift would set the stage for the coins of the future, especially those minted in limited runs or featuring special designs. In terms of design, the 1993 quarter didn't differ dramatically from its predecessors. However, this is where things get interesting because sometimes it's the smallest changes, the ones that aren't immediately obvious, that lead to a coin's value skyrocketing. The 1993 quarter was minted in both regular circulating versions as well as in proof and uncirculated sets, which were produced specifically for collectors. While most of the coins in circulation are worth just 25 cents, the proof and uncirculated versions, especially those in pristine condition, can be worth significantly more. Proof coins, in particular, are struck multiple times to achieve a mirror-like finish, giving them a much sharper and more detailed appearance. Uncirculated coins, on the other hand, are carefully handled and set aside for collectors, ensuring they remain in mint condition. But here's where it gets even more intriguing: errors. Errors are what make some coins stand out in the numismatic world, and the 1993 quarter is no exception. Coins with minting errors, whether it's a double die, a misprint, or a slight misalignment, can be incredibly valuable to collectors. And this is where the 1993 quarter truly begins to shine. It wasn't just the standard coins that made this year's quarter special, but rather the rarer variations and error coins that have fetched jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. One of the most coveted versions of the 1993 quarter is the rare double die variety. In the world of coin collecting, a double die occurs when the design of the coin is struck more than once during the minting process. This results in a doubled appearance, often visible on the lettering or the features of the coin's design. In the case of the 1993 quarter, this error caused Washington's profile and other details to appear with a slight duplication or doubling. This unique feature is what made certain 1993 quarters incredibly rare and highly valuable. These error coins, especially those in pristine condition, quickly caught the attention of collectors, and demand for the 1993 quarter began to grow. As more people began to appreciate the value of these coins, the prices steadily climbed. But even for non-error coins, the interest in the 1993 quarter remained strong due to the sheer number of collectors who were trying to complete their state quarters or U.S. coin collections. Now we arrive at the big reveal. After years of collecting, examining, and tracking the sales of 1993 quarters, one coin stands out above all others. The most valuable 1993 quarter to date, a nearly flawless example of the double die variety, has sold for an astounding $96,000. That's right, $96, 000 for a single coin. This is not a typo or an exaggeration. It's the reality of the numismatic world, where rarity, condition, and historical significance combine to create incredible value. So, what makes this particular 1993 quarter worth so much? It's a combination of factors. First, the double die error is incredibly rare, and when it's found on a coin that's also in exceptional condition, such as the MS-67 grade or higher, the price begins to climb. The second factor is the growing demand for proof and error coins in the marketplace. As more collectors enter the hobby, the value of coins like the 1993 quarter, especially in pristine or rare forms, has skyrocketed. Lastly, the historical context of the coin, combined with its significance in the broader landscape of American currency, has made it a must-have for serious collectors. Of course, not every 1993 quarter is worth $96,000. Most quarters from that year are still valued at face value or slightly more if they're in uncirculated or proof condition. However, for those fortunate enough to own an error coin or a high-grade example of the 1993 quarter, the potential for profit is substantial. And as with any collectible, the value of the coin will only continue to grow as time passes and fewer pristine examples remain in circulation. In conclusion, the 1993 USA $quarter coin may seem like a humble piece of currency, but it is far more than that. It's a symbol of American history, a product of expert craftsmanship, and a rare collectible that has become a treasured item for coin enthusiasts and investors alike. From its historical roots to its minting quirks, the 1993 quarter tells a story of how even the smallest details can lead to a coin becoming a legend. So, the next time you find a 1993 quarter in your pocket, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a piece of history worth $96,000. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, one that, though small in size, carries with it a wealth of history, artistry, and mystery. A coin that has been part of the daily fabric of American life for decades, yet one whose true worth might surprise you. That's exactly what the 1985 USA $quarter represents. A seemingly unremarkable coin that, when examined closely, reveals an incredible story of value, rarity, and untold potential. Today, we'll explore every fascinating detail about this coin, from its design and minting process to how it went from simple currency to a prized collector's item worth a staggering $112,000. The story of the 1985 quarter begins in a time of relative calm for the United States, though the world was changing rapidly around it. The year 1985 was an era marked by significant global shifts, both politically and economically. The Cold War was coming to an end, technology was advancing at a rapid pace, and the world was growing more connected by the day. On the home front, the U.S. economy was experiencing growth, and American culture was booming, fueled by a sense of optimism in the country's future. It was in this environment that the United States Mint continued its ongoing mission to provide Americans with a reliable and consistent form of currency. The 1985 $quarter coin was part of that effort. At this point in history, the design of the U.S. quarter had remained unchanged for over 50 years. Since 1932, the Washington quarter, featuring the profile of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, had been the standard design. Washington's image, created by artist John Flanagan, had become iconic, a representation of the country's first president, a symbol of the nation's foundation, and a tribute to the leader who had guided the young republic through its earliest years. The coin's reverse side, with the bald eagle, was also steeped in symbolism. The eagle, perched on an olive branch, represented peace, while the arrows in its other talon represented the nation's readiness to defend itself. This powerful imagery reflected the dual nature of the United States, seeking peace, but always prepared for whatever challenges might arise. In 1985, the design of the quarter remained firmly rooted in this tradition. However, it was not just the design of the coin that made it special. It was also the minting process, and the way the coin would eventually come to be sought after by collectors. 1985 was a significant year for coin collectors and numismatists, particularly in terms of the availability and variety of coins that were being minted. The U.S. Mint issued millions of quarters that year, but the production of coins for collectors, especially proof and uncirculated coins, became increasingly popular during the 1980s. Proof coins were made with higher quality dies and struck multiple times to give them a pristine, mirror-like finish. Uncirculated coins, on the other hand, were minted but never released into general circulation, preserved for collectors who wanted the highest possible quality and condition. One of the key reasons why the 1985 quarter is so intriguing today is because it exists in several different variations. These variations, although subtle to the naked eye, have contributed to the coin's significant collector value. The regular, circulating 1985 quarter, while not worth more than its face value to most people, still holds value among collectors when it is in excellent condition. These coins, particularly those that have been well preserved, can fetch a higher price than a standard quarter simply because of their condition, especially when they are graded with a high numismatic grade. But it's the rarer versions of the 1985 quarter that have commanded jaw-dropping prices in recent years. Among the most highly sought after are the proof coins and certain error coins that were minted that year. Proof coins from 1985, especially those produced at the San Francisco Mint, were carefully struck and are prized for their high-quality finish and limited mintage. These coins were sold in special proof sets, making them much more valuable than regular circulating quarters. However, it wasn't just the proof coins that garnered attention. It was also the error coins. Minting errors are a common occurrence in the world of coin production, and while most errors go unnoticed or are discarded, some errors make it to circulation and eventually become valuable collector's items. For example, some 1985 quarters were struck with misaligned dies or improperly spaced lettering, resulting in rare varieties that collectors eagerly sought after. These types of errors make the coin unique, and unique coins, especially those with historical significance, can command impressive prices at auction. Error coins from 1985, particularly those with double dies or other misprints, have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars. It's important to note that the true value of a coin depends largely on its rarity, condition, and any unique features it might have. A regular 1985 quarter, unless in perfect condition or part of a proof set, might only be worth a few dollars more than its face value. However, error coins, especially those that are in near-perfect condition, have the potential to be worth far more. A high-grade 1985 quarter with a double die error, for instance, has become one of the most sought-after coins in recent years. But perhaps the most jaw-dropping revelation about the 1985 quarter is the story of one particular coin that sold for an astonishing $112,000. This particular coin, a proof quarter in flawless condition with a double die error, became a sensation in the numismatic world when it was sold at auction. The buyer, an anonymous collector, paid a record price for this coin, cementing the 1985 quarter's place as one of the most valuable quarters ever minted. So, what made this specific coin worth such a staggering amount? First, it was the combination of rarity and condition. The proof coin was virtually flawless, graded at an exceptional MS-70, which is the highest grade a coin can receive. Second, the coin exhibited the rare double die error, which made it unique. And third, it was the historical significance of the 1985 quarter, which had become increasingly popular among collectors as a result of the U.S. Mint's efforts to create coins that were both beautiful and functional. The $112,000 sale of this coin shocked the numismatic community, but it also highlighted an important point. In the world of coin collecting, anything can happen. The value of a coin is often determined by a combination of factors, from its rarity to its condition, to its significance in the context of American history. The 1985 $quarter coin is a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary piece of currency can evolve into a coveted collectible worth far more than its original value. So, what should you take away from this story? If you happen to come across a 1985 quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. Is it part of a proof set? Does it have any unique features or minting errors? If so, you might be holding on to a coin that could be worth far more than 25 cents. The 1985 quarter is a reminder that the world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures, waiting to be discovered by those with a keen eye and an appreciation for history. And who knows, maybe one day, you'll be the one to discover the next $112,000 1985 quarter.